So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk about the next R9. Yes, the worst kept secret in football has finally been put out there to everybody officially this time. I think everyone knew that he was signing. It was all done and dusted about a week ago. But in typical tradition at Arsenal, we have to make everything super long because we have to hold it back. So we can use it to just calm the fan base down and go, oh, yes, you can forget about that now. You can forget about Martinez and Serge Gnabry. We're going to talk about him later, by the way. You can forget about not getting Rafinha. But what we'll do is we'll hang on to it. The fan base will get riled and riled and riled and riled. And then we'll go, pum, and it'll make them forget everything. PR Arsenal, well done to them. But big up to everybody who watched the last video. I've actually only done one video in 3 days before today. So yeah, I need to start working properly because you guys are just being relentless so far this summer. The views are through the roof, and every single video I've been dropping has been hitting decent digits. Watch time is mad. My watch time on this channel is obscene. Like, there's not many channels that get the watch time I get. So big up to you lot, man. And the click-through rate is touching 20% on every video, which is off the chart. And big up to everybody who's been dropping the donations in as well. And you can do that via the thanks option. So make sure if you want to do that, hit the thanks. I also want to say happy 4th of July to all the Americans out there that watch this channel. Big up to all of you lot, man. And hope you're all having a wicked day, whatever it is you are doing, whether you're working, whether you're celebrating, whether you're just sitting watching League Gunner on YouTube. Big up to all of you lot, man. And make sure you smash a like on this video. The last one did 2,000, over 2,000 actually. So let's see if we can hit 2,000 on this one as well. If you watch me every day, it should be standard procedure that you just come in, press like, press share, and leave a comment. And yes, let's talk about Gabriel Jesus. I'm not going to share Arsenal's website. I refuse to do it. But Arsenal's website has put this out there. Arsenal complete Gabriel Jesus signing. He'll wear number 9, obviously. Gabriel Jesus is signed for Manchester City on a long-term contract. The 25-year-old forward joins us, having established himself as one of the leading strikers in the Premier League in recent seasons. Not too sure about that, but there we go. He scored 95 goals in 236 appearances in all competitions during his 5 seasons in Manchester. Click here to buy the shirt. No, we're not doing that. We're not giving that club any money. Gabriel has won the Premier League 4 times. He's actually won it more than Arsenal. Cheers, guys. Ray Parlour voice as we're sipping on the rosé blush this evening. 4 times, the FA Cup and the League Cup 3 times. So he's won 8 trophies. Wow, big up to him. He's a regular in the Brazil national team, making 56 appearances, scoring 19 times since making his full international debut for his country in September 16. He was a member of the squad that won the Copa America in 2019. During his international career, Gabriel has notably won the gold medal in the 2016 Rio Olympic Games and featured at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Gabriel developed through the youth setup at Palmeiras, signing a youth contract in 2013, with his prolific goal scoring ensuring he quickly progressed into the first team squad, making his debut at 17 years old in March 15. During that time with Palmeiras, Gabriel was an integral part of the club's Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A winning side in 2016. See, my Portuguese is just as good as my Spanish. Oh dear. When he was voted the league's Bola de Ouro, I butchered that, just as I got too cocky, eh? Maybe I didn't butcher it. Maybe all you Portuguese or Brazilians that watch this channel, maybe you can tell me if I said it right, because I have no idea how you pronounce that. Bola de Ouro. I don't know. Maybe Boya de Ouro. I don't know. Anyway, player of the season. Technical director Edu said, we are delighted to have secured the transfer for Gabriel. Everyone knows football well. Everyone who knows football well knows the quality of Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel is a player who we've admired for a long time now. He is 25 years old and an established Brazil international who has constantly demonstrated that he is a player of very high level. We look forward to seeing him join up with his new teammates ahead of the new season. Excuse me. We all welcome Gabriel to Arsenal. Before I go on to Mikel Arteta's comments, fully established in the Brazil national team. The reason he signed for us is because he wants to play more game time, because he wants to go to the World Cup, because he's not guaranteed. He's not a shoo-in for the World Cup. I think Richarlison's been benching him, if I'm honest. Not that I watch them unless it's a World Cup or a Euro. Well, they're not in the Euros, but I don't watch international football unless it's unless it's a tournament. And even then, I don't really watch the first stages of it. I normally watch the middle and the latter part because it's kind of boring a lot of the time. But there we go. And anyway, let's continue on. The most fraudulent manager in the Premier League said, "I'm very excited. The club has done a tremendous job to recruit a player of this stature. I know Gabriel personally very well, and we all know him well from his time in the Premier League and being really successful here. This is a position that's been on our radar," good buzzword, "for a long time now, and we have managed to get a player that we all wanted, so I'm really happy. Gabriel will wear the number 9 shirt and will join up with the Gunners squad for pre-season training soon. Everyone at Arsenal welcomes Gabriel to the club." Arteta then done an interview and gave his insight into Gabriel Jesus's qualities. Well, I would have thought they would have got a couple of tactical experts on for that, not Mikel Arteta. I mean, there's plenty on the internet. You know, everyone's got their pencils, their compasses, their rulers, their spreadsheets. You know, tactical insight and all of that. It's a big thing these days. XG, XP, wine, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, most of our fans will be whining when this manager fouls again. But there we go. There we go. Cheers, guys. But let's see what the most fraudulent manager in the Premier League said about his qualities. Mikel Arteta believes that Gabriel Jesus will set different standards at the club. Wow. Talks a big game, didn't he, our manager? After arriving from Manchester City. The Brazilian striker is well known to the Gunners boss who coached him at City and is thrilled to be reunited with a 25-year-old who he believes is an excellent acquisition. I think that the club has done tremendous. We've read all of that. It's a position, blah, blah, blah. So let's carry on. Having hit 95 goals in 236 appearances for City across 6 seasons, Jesus' ability in front of goal will not be a surprise to anybody. But Arteta has revealed there are many other qualities that prompted him to move for the 56-time capped attacker. They're making it sound really good, aren't they? I'll give you my exact thoughts when I've read all of this. Including a winning mentality that will raise the standards. Hold on a minute. It's not about winning. That'll raise the standards. Wow. I thought the standards weren't supposed to be like raised. I thought they were supposed to stay in the gutter. Because you're negative if you want the standards to be raised. Why would you want to raise the standards, Mikel? Why would you want the winning mentality at the football club? It's all about finishing 4th. It's all about finishing 5th. It's all about finishing 8th. Doesn't matter if you don't win anything. You just blame VAR, blame the refs, blame Mike Dean, who's now going to be in the VAR. So that's a double whammy. You can blame oil clubs. You could blame Sheikh money. You could blame whatever you want. You could blame whatever you want. But you can't blame Mikel Arteta. And you're not allowed to raise the standards. You can blame Stan Kroenke. That's cool. So I'm really interested to see what he's got to say and whether all of these people that have been telling me I'm negative for wanting to raise the standards with a winning mentality have actually been saying this to Mikel over social media today. Because, yeah, we shall see. Anyway, when reflecting on what Arsenal have recruited, he said, I think it's a package. Start with his character, the person, the smile and what he represents as a human being. Then there's an incredible professional with his work ethic and enthusiasm. You'll see it in the first day he puts on his boots and he enters the training pitch. He has the enthusiasm that he is going to create on his own on that pitch. And then obviously there is the qualities, his anger to score, his willingness to be coached, to improve. He's used to winning and he knows that winning is the only way to do it. I think he will set different standards at the club. Okay. Arteta first began working with 19-year-old Jesus, fresh off the plane to England from his homeland back in 2017. Therefore, he's perfectly placed to describe how he's developed from a player with potential to a proven goal scorer. Maybe because he had a proper manager. Maybe just that. I don't know. Maybe because it's a team full of quality players. I don't know. He was very different, the manager said, when pressed on his initial impressions. They didn't have dramatized this, didn't they? He has had so many experiences in the last 5-6 years that has made him the player he is today. But from day one, he was shown that passion, that anger, and that decisiveness every time he wanted to do something. That's what makes him special. Now he has a different level of experience. He's won a lot, and he's gone through difficult patches as well when he hasn't played a lot of football. All that learning is very, very useful. I think it's the right step in his career, and that is why he's so committed to the club now. We need to get the right balance between players in the first phase of their development, as well as those who are starting to hit their peak in their careers. In Gabby's case, for a striker, it's still early at 25, but he started really early too. So that experience is going to be very beneficial. As well as plenty of pedigree, Jesus' ability to play as a centre forward, a false nine, or on either side, of a front three, was something else that attracted him to Arteta. And that versatility is something that the Spaniard admits he is excited to exploit. Wow, Eddie up front, Jesus on the wing. Welcome to the Banter Club. So this is Pepe's replacement. Make sure you jot that down, people. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's excited to exploit this as he aims to add an extra dimension to his attack. We have a very, very dynamic team up front. We have 3 or 4 players who can play in various positions and play with each other in different positions. We want to be unpredictable. Well, you're definitely not unpredictable, Mikel. You're definitely the most predictable manager in the league. But at the same time, we want to be specific in certain areas to achieve these certain qualities that we didn't have in the squad. And with Gabby, I think we're doing that, doing both of these at the same time, do smash the likes up. Keep pumping the likes up. He didn't half waffle a lot, this guy, didn't he? He didn't half talk. So basically, we've signed Gabriel Jesus, who wants to play as a right winger because he told the Brazil boss that. Tim Vickery was telling the world the other day on TalkSport exactly the conversation that him and the Brazil boss had about Gabriel Jesus. Jesus said he wants to play as a right winger. He don't want to play as a striker. We have brought this guy as right winger. We're going to have Eddie up front leading the line. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to the Banter Club. Let's see if we can get his first interview transcript up. I don't know what this is doing. I have no idea what is going on here. Let's have a look at some of the pictures. Whoops, what have I done here? We're going to get copywritten here if we carry on. Let's get rid of that. We don't want that football club copyrighting my videos. 9 things you may not know about the new signing, Gabriel Jesus. He used to play in a prison. Young Jesus began his footballing journey in an unusual setting in the grounds of a North Sao Paulo military prison. It was on the dirt pitches used by the club Pequeninos. I'm not even gonna try and read the rest of that. Where Jesus began his footballing journey, admitting he would leave home at 5 a.m., walk 4 miles to training in flip-flops because he couldn't afford the bus fare. Even more incredible is that he did it between the ages of 8 and 14. Wow, this guy used to walk 4 miles in the morning. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable, Jeff. At 8 years old. How long do you reckon it'd take an 8-year-old to walk 4 miles? That can't be right. Our star pupil. Even with his incredible commitment to being a footballer, Jesus also kept up with his studies. Yay! His school reports labelled him as a bright pupil with an impeccable attendance record and passed his final exams with distinction. His former head teacher has suggested that his career in the sciences, particularly biology, could have been a viable option had football not worked. Wow. Thanks for that. I'll definitely feel a lot better for knowing that. Dubbed the new Neymar. Thanks to his extraordinary goal-scoring exploits at Palmeiras youth teams, the Brazilian media were quick to build up the 16-year-old Jesus, who was swiftly labelled the new Neymar, who was flying high at Barca at the time. By 2016, they were teammates in Brazil's Olympic squad and marked the occasion by getting matching tattoos. Oh, this is cute. Depicting a boy overlooking a favela, dreaming of becoming a footballer. Motherly love. Jesus' trademark phone celebration is a tribute to his mother, Vera Lucia, who calls her son before every match he plays. as well as wishing him luck. They're making this sound like this like never happens. She insists on checking that he has drunk his usual banana and oat smoothie. Fucking hell, is this a playground? Why is this even on Arsenal's website? A family recipe famed for avoiding stomach cramps whilst on the pitch. Well, it's not. It's a banana and oat smoothie. I had banana and oats for breakfast. You can just whack it in the blender and it's now a smoothie. Jesus Christ. Hotline to Ronaldo. Also on Jesus' speed dial is the Brazilian legend Ronaldo, who spotted his qualities as early as 2016, saying, "I see many similarities between us. He is young and he is already very successful with a lot of responsibility, and he is delighting us with what he does." These days, the pair have struck up a friendship, with Jesus revealing, "We speak a lot." And I know that if ever I have any doubts or questions, I can ask. I'm very proud about that. He was the best player I've ever seen. 2014, Jesus starring for Palmeiras Academy and their first team fighting against relegation. Their clamour to unleash the teenage prodigy intensified. Whoa, big word. So much that their fans started a petition to demand the young hotshot be given a chance. Manager Ricardo Gareca and Dorival Jr. resisted the temptation, but less than 2 years following his debut, Jesus helped transform his team from basement battlers to title winners. Hometown hero, Jesus grew up in Jardim Peri, a district of Sao Paulo. I've butchered all of these names, I reckon. Which he, ahead of 2018 World Cup, was given a makeover by Adidas, who commissioned an artist to create a huge mural of Jesus performing his trademark celebration on the sides of the buildings next to the adjacent pitch. Jesus had previously posted a picture on Instagram of him painting the same streets in preparation for the previous World Cup 4 years earlier, which was held in his homeland. Now, he loves European nights. In a promising sign ahead of our upcoming Europa League campaign, Jesus has a prolific record in European football. He has netted 20 times in 38 Champions League games for Manchester City and overtook his friend Neymar's record of becoming the fastest Brazilian to 10 goals in the competition, aged just 22. In fact, none of his fellow countrymen with 10 or more in the competition have bettered his 106 minutes per goal ratio. We'll make the most of it, mate, because you won't ever play in it again under this manager. Cheers. Keep hitting the likes, people. Keep hitting the likes. New dad, 48 hours after claiming his fourth Premier League title in dramatic circumstances in May, Jesus was celebrating again when his partner, Rayan, gave birth to their first child, a baby girl called Helena, making this a very busy summer indeed when you factor in the move to the Emirates. Well done. Well, there you go. Have we got any comments from Jesus? Have we got any comments? I don't know. I'm trying to find some comments. Where's his first interview? Here we go. Yes, here we go. Big up to everybody watching this as well, people. I will give you, after I've read all of this, my thoughts on Gabriel Jesus. At the moment, we're just going through all the formalities, as it were. But new signing Gabriel Jesus has revealed that the opportunity to work under Mikel Arteta was once again a huge factor in his decision to join the club from City. Well, of course it is. All these people, right, that I've seen dancing around the Emirates Stadium with Brazil flags. I mean, what is that guy on, by the way? Right? How cringe. Maybe they'll make up a song like they did for Thomas Partey. T. What a load of crap. But why are so many people like, oh my God, yes, Mikel Arteta and Edu, they were at the forefront of this deal. Well, you're not going to go and sign for a football club unless you're convinced by the manager, are you? So the manager's going to talk to you and convince you to come. Come on. Making it sound like it's groundbreaking stuff this manager's doing. Anyway, in his first interview after putting pen to paper to seal his move to North London, the Brazilian striker was full of praise for his new manager. Well, he ain't going to slag him off, is he? Who he spent 3 years with at the Etihad during Arteta's time as assistant to a proper manager, Pep Guardiola. Given the insight to the pair's recent discussion, Jesus said, "We spoke for a couple of times about the club, the players, the project, and the future. I believe 100% in Mikel. Well, that's what 220 grand a week does. Yeah. Cheers. 220 grand a week. I believe in Mikel as well. I had a very good time with him before. He's a good guy. Couldn't care less if he's a good guy. And he's a very good coach as well, he said. He helped me a lot at Manchester City. We would always stick together after the training sessions and do some finishing or something. He's a very intelligent guy and was an amazing player. Now we know you're lying. Maybe they just gave him this to read. I don't know. Maybe it was already pre-written and they said, you need to read this out. It's part of the contract. So yeah, it's mad. So if he knows something, he can teach me or the young players. Another factor for the 25-year-old's decision-making process was the size of the club he was joining. Gabriel Jesus revealing he used to enjoy watching Arsenal teams when he was growing up in Sao Paulo, especially one player in particular. This player's got a lot to answer for, by the way. I followed Arsenal when I was young because of Thierry Henry. There's a lot of fans that have supported us because of Thierry Henry that are now happy with Eddie and Nketiah up front. Make it make sense. I didn't follow too many European teams, but when I saw some of the players that played there, I was like, wow, this club is big. It used to be, mate. It used to be. Unfortunately, it's now infested with cucaracha that have lowered the standards that Mikel is trying to raise. Kind of mad. When I played against Arsenal, I was looking at the Emirates, and it was a very good stadium. It's not really, mate. It looks nice. It looks nice, but when you deep it, it's actually falling apart. Real talk. But there we go. I'm happy to sign for a big club. Since day one, when I knew I'd come to play for Arsenal, I knew I could come to play for Arsenal. I was happy. I know the staff. I know some of the players, the Brazilian ones. I know there are a lot of top players. They are young and still... they're young and I'm still young as well. So I am so happy to be here. I come to help, to learn and to do my best. Despite being the latest addition to a youthful Gunners squad, you've got to get the Project Youth. Does he fit Project Youth? He's 25. That's not allowed, right? Because otherwise we would have been signing Maddison instead of Odegaard, because Maddison was 25 last year, wasn't he? So yeah, we couldn't sign Maddison because that was over the threshold for Project Youth. So I don't think he counts, guys. I don't think he's part of the Project Youth. But anyway, let's carry on. Despite being... Jesus arrives with an impressive pedigree, 4 Premier League titles, 4 domestic cups, a Copa America, an Olympic gold, and now he wants to bring a winning attitude into the dressing room ahead of an exciting campaign. Giving an insight into his character, he said, since my first day at the professional team with Palmeiras, I had the mentality which comes from inside me, my heart. I started to play to win. Wow. Has anyone told him we're not allowed to win at this football club? It's seen as negative. Has anyone told him that? Of all the top gooners and super fans told him that he's not allowed to win? I don't know. We have to go at it with everyone together. There's no other way to win things. He wants to win people. Remember, when you have a good relationship outside of the pitch, inside works automatically. And that's my mentality. There we go. Well, yeah, top gooners. Your striker, as you're all putting out there, my striker. Seen a lot of top gooners putting that one out there. My striker wants to win. And that can be too much. Just ask Hector Bellerin, who, by the way, was captain against Ipswich the other day. Make that make sense. Openly said he wants to stay at Betis, but here you go. Have the armband, mucker. Have the armband. But anyway, now we've done 23 minutes of the formalities. I'll give you my thoughts on Gabriel Jesus. Cheers. Quality player. I like him. There you go. Clip that. Put that on your Twitter account, you weirdos, because Lee's being positive. I do like him. But from going through all of that and going through what Mikel Arteta said about he can play left, he can play right, he can play up front, play false 9, blah, blah, blah. Going off of what Tim Vickery said about he doesn't want to play as a striker. Going off the fact that we signed Eddie and Nketiah up and given him one of the most iconic numbers at this football club ever, which basically tells me that he's staying because he knows he's getting a lot of game time. And now we're signing Jesus. We're paying both of them combined 320 grand a week, by the way. Not too sure that that's a good thing, but there you go. From all of that, I gather that we're going to play this guy on the right wing. And Eddie's going to play out front. I think Eddie's probably been told that he'll be rested for a few games here and there. He won't play every game, but he'll play a lot of games next season, Eddie. And I think Jesus will play a lot on the right. And then sometimes it'll be Jesus up front, and we'll go with Saka on the right, and Martinelli on the left or something. I don't know, but I feel like we're going to put Saka on the left, Jesus on the right, and Eddie up front. If that's the case, Arteta should be sacked on the spot. Me personally, like I said, I think Jesus is a good player. And obviously, I am on loan again to Man City this season after my successful loan spell last season where we lifted the trophy. Of course we did. A proper manager, not a PE teacher. And I watched pretty much every single Man City game last season. Jesus has been hyped up as the second coming of R9. He's not. Quality player, but a backup striker in a team with no strikers. That to me is kind of worrying. That's kind of worrying. That means that Pep don't trust him. Pep don't trust him enough to make him a backup, like to make him a starter, sorry. Hence why he wants to go. I know they've signed Haaland, but at the end of the day, he's openly admitted that he wants to play right wing for Brazil. So surely Pep could have got him in at the... Oh, no, he can't. Mahrez. My bad. And he ain't getting in the team over Mahrez, let's be real. Yeah, Mahrez's output at Man City is a joke. Mahrez's tech is a joke. Mahrez is just a joke. But Gabriel Jesus, for me, I think I want to put this out. I put this out on my Instagram earlier, League Under 82, by the way. Go and check it out. I want to ask you the question, because how many goals do you think he will actually score? Real talk. League goals. Forget Europa League and all that. League goals. This guy said he's coming in to want to win. He wants to win. Yeah, Mikel Arteta saying this is a signing that's going to raise the standards and raise the mentality. Well, what have I been trying to do? Oh, you're negative. You're so negative to want to win. Well, your manager wants to win. Your striker said he wants to win. So negative. How dare you? Naughty. Go and sit in your bedroom on timeout for 25 minutes because you're 25. But I actually think he's a good player. And I don't see any reason why that should change at Arsenal, unless he's going to be comfortable getting double the money, and he's already won the Premier League more times than Arsenal have. He's already pretty much won what he wants to win, although he does want to go with Brazil and win a World Cup, I'd imagine. But this is the thing for me. Is he going to go to the World Cup? We don't know. Are we going to get the best Jesus from now till November? 100%, because he wants to go World Cup. If he doesn't make that World Cup squad, even after giving his best and smashing it, how is that going to affect the guy? Even if he makes the World Cup squad, but then he flops at the World Cup. Let's not forget, this guy has only scored 1 goal in his last 19 appearances for Brazil, by the way. And that ain't impressive. Let's say he goes to the World Cup and flops. How will he come off of the back of that? Because he is going to get ripped by the Brazilian media. He's going to get ripped by the fans if that does happen. Or he could smash it, go and have a great World Cup and come back and smash it. Where would we finish if he did that? Because I don't see right now, as it stands today, at 8:15 in the evening on Monday, the 4th of July, I do not see us finishing any higher than 6th. Real talk. There's miles better teams than us. Miles better teams than us. And they've improved more than we have. This is our only decent player that we've signed this summer. The rest I ain't even interested in. Yeah, Vieira, well, sorry, mate, that's a Vieira off Wish. You want a Patrick Vieira? Fabio turns up if you order it off Wish. I'm sorry. Yeah, Trusty the clown, Trusty the process. No. I don't care how good you might be, should be, could be. It's all about now, mate. I'm not waiting for one for the future, one for the future. I've done that. How many times have we had the German core? We've had the British core. Now we're going down this Brazilian core. Fucking turn it in. Yeah, how about let's go for a winning core? Is Gabriel Jesus a winning core? Well, he's a winner. Yeah, but at the same time, that worries me. He's left a club where he's winning and he is successful to go and play for a club that win fucking nothing. Literally the odd FA Cup. I think we've won 4 FA Cups since we moved stadium. Yeah, he's won the same amount of league titles. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. I'd question your ambition there, if I'm honest. But let's see. Let's see. I don't really give a shit anyway, because until this manager gets potted, nothing's going to change. We can buy whoever you want. And that moves me on very swiftly to Serge Gnabry. Leave it in the comment section. How excited are you about this player? We need more than this player, by the way. We need a manager, a proper manager. And this team doesn't really create a lot. So in a team that created loads and were the most successful team in the league last season, and he only scored 8 goals, where he's getting service on a plate. Grealish, Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo, Gundogan, they're all laying them on a plate. De Bruyne, they're all laying them on a plate. We've got who? No, Gibraltar guard's not there. He's still not there, mate. He's still not there. Yeah, who have we got that's creating chance after chance? We ain't. How many goals is he really going to score? I don't know. Leave it in the comment section. But let's talk about Serge Gnabry, because Fabrizio Romano has actually killed the dreams, shattered them of the top gooners. They can all get in the bin. Every single one of these little knobs can get in the bin, because he said that we ain't in negotiations. We've had no interest in Serge Gnabry at all. We're not looking at all to sign Serge Gnabry. We have different areas to go and fix in the team. Serge Gnabry is not a player that Arsenal are looking at. So instead of sitting there like weirdos, yeah, get out your Mars box room, turn the anime off, because your mum ain't paying the electric bill for you at 19 years old to watch anime, you fucking weirdo. Yeah, go outside and touch grass. You are all a bunch of weirdos. And on that bombshell, I'll be back again tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. And make sure you leave all your thoughts and comments on Jesus. I want to know how many goals you think he'll score. Will he win anything at Arsenal? Will he make the Brazil squad? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Serge Gnabry as well. But anyway, until then, big up to everyone. Smash the likes up, share the content, stick the donations in via the thanks option down below. And I'll pin the biggest one. I'll reply to everyone who's dropped the donations in. We're out of here. Arteta out.